Hey guys, today is not a vlog or an update. It's just a conversation and a heart-to-heart that I want to have with you guys. I want to talk about change and growth and the super awkward in between getting uncomfortable and getting to where you want to be. Because honestly, that's where I feel like I am now and have been for the last couple months leading up to buying this home. A lot of people, when they hear change, it can either be exciting or very nerve-wracking for you, which is totally understandable because I feel like as humans, we like pattern and we don't really like being uncomfortable, which is understandable. What no one talks about though is like the little mini identity crisis that you have while you're changing. Who are you? You know, what is the goal? Like, is this worth it? What am I supposed to be doing right now? Am I doing the right thing? All of those questions are completely valid. Buying this house was one of the biggest changes that we ever made for our family and ourselves. So it has been full of a shakeup of our routine and our comforts and our emotions and our finances and everything. It hits you from every angle. And even the house buying process, me and Brian had talked about it multiple times. We would go on a walk and we would say, it's almost like grief. You go through like all of these stages. You're happy, you're sad, you're nervous, you're angry, like all of these things for a couple months buying a home, and it really does a toll on you as a person. And I understand that like change doesn't have to be so big as in moving or a new job. It could be the small things, like your house doesn't feel like a home. It could be the small things in your routine that you have to change, health-wise, diet-wise. Like it can be the small things or the big things. I feel like that this kind of goes for everything, in my opinion. I feel like when your schedule is chaos or you're stuck sitting there wondering, who am I in this version of life right now? And that's totally valid. The thing is, growth is messy. It's not simple. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And unfortunately, that's not how things work. A lot of times growth is like leveling up. That's what you'll see a lot on social media. And it sounds cute until you're crying over a leaky ceiling and your 3 kids are crying because you have to make dinner and your schedule is a mess and all of these things are going on at the same time and you're thinking, how am I gonna do this? But the mess, the overwhelm, that is the stretching part. That is the growing pain part. That is the hard part. And that is normal. But in that, that's also where you see what you are made of. That is where you see yourself shine. You see yourself go and do things that you never in a million years thought that you could do because you were never put in those positions. And if you didn't have those growing pains, you wouldn't be where you are right now. For me, it was trusting God in bigger ways and showing up on camera even when I feel scattered, or asking for help when I need it. And I am the type of person that will not ask for help. I am not very good at asking for help. I like to do things my way, and when you have a million different things to do, you have to delegate it sometimes. And I feel like that can be hard because when you want to make sure everything is done to your standard, you want to have your hands in it, and sometimes you can't, and that's okay. I think we all crave a breakthrough without a breakdown, and being comfortable, it's where everything shifts. So the awkward conversations, the scary decisions, the days you want to quit, they build grit for you and clarity, and you will see after a while that this was what was supposed to happen. If you're in a season of transition and you feel like everything is upside down, you just please understand you're not behind. You're not gonna make it. You're just growing. You're becoming who you're supposed to be. And sometimes that takes time and sometimes it's quick. And I know as like humans, we just want things done very quickly, at least I do. And sometimes you have to trust the slow process. And sometimes that slow process is way better than something quick. I know that a lot of these topics could be very sensitive, and I understand that. And I come from a place of love, and I want you guys to feel inspired, because I feel like if me and Brian can build our dream lives that we're doing right now, I feel like you can do it as well. And I know that may sound so corny, but I feel like it's the truth. I feel like people look at us and they think that could never be me, that could never be me. But at the same time, they don't see the behind the scenes of what goes through it. This is an amazing home and this is amazing opportunity, but that didn't mean that it didn't hurt to grow to get here. It didn't mean that it came instantly. It doesn't mean that now everything is easy. Just because we're here doesn't mean that there's not other things going on. We are human, and I feel like sometimes through the camera that can get misconstrued, that when you see someone creating content, it's almost like they're indestructible, right? And like everything just comes easy, but it's not. We still have to juggle kids and family and life and schedules and work and a house and everything else, just like everyone else. And I know sometimes it could feel so daunting, like you don't want to do it, but I promise you, as soon as you feel like you can't take anymore, usually what you want is right on the other side of that. So this is your sign, if you're watching this, to have faith in yourself. Have faith that you will get to where you need to be, and understand that you are not behind. You're not behind. You may look at social media and see these people that are living these insane lives and they're 19 years old. That's amazing for them. Cheer them on. But do not think that you are any less, or that you don't deserve as much as the next person because you may get it in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s. Do what you want to do and feel those growing pains and keep going, because it's so worth it. I just want to thank you for hanging out with me today. I know this is not like one of my other videos, but I know everybody's going through growth and changes, and sometimes things can be really hard. And it was just something that was on my heart, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. So I hope you guys will join me in the next one. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.